Hello guys, this is Max, aka Pole Whites, and today we're recording our first video today. This is gonna be episode 1 of my first video in a new series called Guard Academy. I just saw a few videos of that on YouTube, and I think that me as a ProAm player wanting to show every new player, whether you're new just trying to learn the game from Christmas, or you're already an intermediate or an advanced player just trying to figure out some new tips, this would be the video for you. So for the first video in Guard Academy will be the SIGs. I'm going to show you all my dribble moves and my jump shot, anything in this in this animation thing, and then the later videos I'll be showing dribble tutorial, maybe controller settings, like certain settings in all that realm if you all want. But if you want to see that, don't forget to hit the like and don't forget to subscribe. So yeah. So we'll go straight into the animations. No, try to get no time wasted. So for my jump shot, this is straight from the 2K Lab website. I use Kevin Porter Jr. and then Oscar Robertson for both releases. I think for guards under 6'5", I think this is the best jump shot. Just not only because it's the quickest, but also what you see in the bottom right, it says release speed, defensive immunity. Those are the most important things for someone like me. Because this jump shot's quicker than if some people use Curry, but if you're not as I'm trying to be the best I can be and as competitive. I'm already pretty competitive, I consider myself. I don't really care about the timing impact. So if you want all A+, I'd go with Stephen Curry and then Oscar Robertson. You'll get all A+ around the board, but if you want just the most competitive jump shot, I think this one would be the best for you, because this one involves the most skill gap. You'll have the quickest jump shot overall, but timing impact, which pretty much what that means, if you mistime it a little bit, you'll have a less chance of it going in. But since I'm competitive, I don't really care if I mistime it. I already expect myself to hit most of my jump shots if they're timed. So yeah. Free throw, this is all preference. This doesn't matter at all. It just depends what's easier for you. I use 55. I've used it for the past few years, so that's what I know. Layup style. When I haven't finished, my player isn't completely maxed. The only thing that hasn't really finished is a close shot on the driving layup. I use Jason Williams when I can. I don't have the layup attributes to get that yet, but I'd use Jason Williams if I get a 75. I think that's the best one for that. And then Zach LaVine is the best one if you really want to get 80. But default works somewhat fine, I guess, if you want to use it. That you're not going to be that much especially if your build can't dunk. I think you need a good layup package, and both of these are Jason Williams, Zach LaVine works fine. ProAm dunk style, I'm going to show that in a different video, actually, because I'm on an offensive threat guard that can dunk and shoot. But I think that involves more explanation. I'll do that in a later video if y'all want. Again, don't forget to hit the like if you want to see all the meta dunk animations. Dribble pull up, Trae Young. I think pretty much everyone agrees this is the meta. If you're under but the thing about it is you have to be under 6'5", obviously. So I think if you're under 6'5" and you're a guard, that this works fine. But if you're over 6'5", and I mean most of the people I see that have a build over 6'5", they're not really comfortable. At least the not competitive people, they aren't really comfortable fading, which is fine. But fading isn't for everybody. But when I ever play Park and I'm trying to, just streak up, because Park's, most people understand and know that ProAm is the most competitive game mode. So when I go play Park, I'm not really trying. But I do try to fade to see how the fades change throughout this. But when I have a Park build, I have a 6'9", I always use normal on that 6'9" build. I mean, normal and normal 2 work both fine from what I know. But yeah, for people over 6'9", but if you're under 6'5" and you actually want to be the best you can be, you probably won't be fading over 6'5", but Trae Young is the best. Spin jumper, I don't ever use this. I just know that there's a glitch animation with Allen Iverson that doesn't ever work. Like you see him doing that. I've heard that works sometimes on like the fast break if you're playing Rec or ProAm, whatever you play. But I'd rather do a different move that gives me more speed. Hop jumper, I know some people like to do this because they don't want to learn dribbling. I sometimes watch other like shorts or other YouTube videos of like, you know, park players or people that aren't really that competitive using and, you know, ProAm and stuff. You can't do these types of moves in ProAm and expect to green it that well or shoot it from that deep or even get space, because I think these hop jumpers and these spin jumpers that people do are just bailouts to actually learn how to actually, you know, manipulate your dribbling. Post fade, never use this. I use Kobe though. I use it on my center. Post hook, I do sometimes when I do play on my center, I do use the post hook, and I think it beats the best one. It's just the cleanest. It's easy. I think it's easiest to time. The other ones are like really weird and they come up weird pause. So yeah, post hop shot, never use that. Playmaking moves. Michael Jordan. What's neat about this dribble style is you don't need a certain ball handling. You can just have a certain speed with ball. So I'd say the minimum you need for any build that's playing on dribbling is 75. And even if you're like, you know, a small forward, not dribbling that much, I think 75 would be nice just to get those certain stop and goes. Signature size up. I use Steve Francis. Again, you need to be under 6'5", as it says, and ball handling 85 plus. This by far is the best size up in the game for any, like, if you're short enough and quick enough to get it. I mean, pretty much everyone agrees this is the best size up. But if you're you know, on my 6'9", I definitely recommend De'Aaron Fox or Tracy McGrady. I like De'Aaron Fox because it comes off really quick, but like the horizontal, like if you're trying to 3-hunt, I think Tracy McGrady is better. De'Aaron Fox, it's not really that good for 3-hunting. It's good for just rim running. Whatever your play style fits. But De'Aaron Fox with T-Mac, if you're over 6'5", is good. Remember, De'Aaron Fox 80 for ball handling, T-Mac 85. So, size up escape. Although for the past few weeks, I've gone back and forth. Trae Young and John Wall are the best ones for meta, like ProAm, like what all ProAm players use. I know, if you're playing park, if I'm just trying to chill and just have fun, I think Damian Lillard or LeBron, because both of them, I know everyone talk about that step back that you get that, again, I just don't really like. I just don't think, the thing about these two ones is, yeah, they have the good step back, sure. But if like, I understand if you're one of those people that uses LeBron James, that's cool, whatever. But I just think it doesn't take any skill. It's just one move. And also the thing about LeBron James is it doesn't have any good crab moves. If you don't know how to, if you don't know how to crab, I'll show that in the dribble tutorial. It's pretty simple, but with LeBron James, you don't really have a good animation when you try to do that. It's just really bad. For some people, it might not be easy to guard the LeBron James when they do the step back because you don't know if they're gonna shoot or drive. I haven't played lockdown, a long time, but I've played lockdown in ProAm for a few months, and when I go to the park, it's like I get a sigh of relief when I realize that they're just a step back, running first, shooting second type of player, even if they're 6'9". So it just gives me a sigh of relief knowing that they're gonna do that. These two animation, I think Damian Lillard, if you can, has a step back, but also has decent crab animations. So here's what I'm going to say about this. If you want to be just as quick as you can with these animations, like if you're more of a casual player, if you don't care about being competitive and the best player, I think Damian Lillard or LeBron, it's the best animations. You can rock with those, that's fine. If you want to be and you just want to be, because the thing about these two animations is you don't have to learn that much. Like, it's just one move. You don't need to really learn how to crab or how to actually dribble that well to able to do these step backs. And LeBron, you only need a 70 ball handling. Dame, you need more of all. You need 90. But again, this one is better if you want to just do that. What all Pro-Am guards do, pretty much all of them. No, I don't see any other guard using any of these other animations about either John Wall or Trae Young. They're kind of the same, but Trae Young, I think, in my opinion, is a little quicker. It's a little shiftier and just, I think it's nicer. I think the crab is just quicker, and sometimes you go out of animations quicker with it. Both of these are kind of, again, like I said, the same. But if you want to be the best player you can be, whether you play Park or Pro-Am, it doesn't matter. I think using these two animations would get you there, because even though it has the highest skill gap, like you need to practice this, or you need to go into the My Court or Pro-Am or whatever to get this down the most. I think it will reward you the most, because like when you play Pro-Am and then when you play higher, like it's different in Park, but when you play Pro-Am, this might not mean that much to people. You're not going to have the space and the ability to do this. If you do these two animations where you're doing step backs, they're just going to rip you. So in Pro-Am, you don't have the ability to do that. You're going to have to use a different animation, and it's not effective. You want in these two animations, again, Dame is fine, kind of fine for crabbing. It's not that good. You need to learn how to crab, and you won't ever do step backs in Pro-Am. But if you don't want to be, a Pro-Am player, that's fine. But these two, I guess, are for the best for Pro-Am, and they work. I'll use them also in Park when I go to the Park. But whatever works for you. These two take the most time to learn. That's why they're the highest skill gap. But they're not easy to use. Moving crossover, I use James. I almost said James Sardine. I don't know why I said that. James Harden. I think between these two, some people don't use these crossovers. Some people do. I actually use it a decent amount. When I use LeBron, I used to use LeBron, and then when I figured out Harden has a better moving crossover, this move is really good for crabbing. And I don't think I've seen a lot of people besides by really comp Pro-Am players using it that often. This move, like if you're trying to just get a free crab, like a free bailout crab, and just have space behind when they're behind you and you'll have blinders, this is moving crossover. I think these two are the best. Now the thing about it is you expose your ball a lot. Pause. Like when you do the move, you're exposing the ball a lot, and if they're more than just a Park player, more than just a casual player, they're probably gonna rip it. More than just an average, whatever. Sometimes these moves are so quick that they can't expect. Like this James Harden, even if you spam it, but if you do it once a possession and you mix it up, they're never gonna know it, because sometimes it's too quick for their casual or average player to react and try to press X on it. By the time they press X, it's gonna be reach of the foul. They're gonna be out to play. Again, I'll show you guys how to do this move and how to use it in the right moment in a later dribble tutorial, again, if you want that. Don't forget to hit the like. But yeah, this move is really good for bailout, especially if you're playing against a little worse people, not comp locks. Moving behind the back, I use Damian Lillard. I think by far this one's the best one, even though, again, you need I think the bare minimum for any Pro-Am point guard or just competitive point guard, not just Pro-Am, again, even for Park, I think you need a bare minimum of a 90. Anything lower than that, and you're missing out on a lot of animations. Like you can get away with an 80 or an 85, but you just will be so lacking in like dribbling and the certain animations. And it's like some people might say that that's good, but when you're playing the highest level of people, you're trying to get the best you can. You can't. Some of these animations you can't miss them. You really need them to be the best player you can be. Obviously, you don't need them, but if you want to be the best player you can be, the highest level of competition, you need some of these animations. I think the bare minimum is 90. Yeah, if people say that they're good with an 85, they're probably on a 6'9", and they just do step backs all day, so they're not good. Moving spin, basic. I usually don't use. I know Steezo and like all the comp wannabe dribblers use basic spin. They tell you to do that. I see people rocking it, but again, when I play Park and I see someone that's maybe a little bit more better than average, and they watch a Steezo video, and they spam this, you might for the casual player that might watch this video, like when I play against it, I don't really have trouble guarding it. But sometimes it might be really surprising to people that they do this basic move because it is basic. It's kind of a weird thing to practice, but when you get it down, you pretty much get it down every time. But if I ever did need to do it, I'd do the basic one. I wouldn't have someone else, but have some other move. But moving Hezzy, I use Zach LaVine. I know people all three of these that I have bought in my inventory, all of them are pretty good. But Zach LaVine gives you the most hesitation, I think, and it gives you the most speed, like the biggest speed boost out of the Hezzy. I never use it really ever though. But moving step back, these two animations are also kind of like the sides of escape, where it's like how good of a player do you want to be? If you want to be, I use normal. If you want to be the best player you can be in the highest level of competition, normal I think is the way to go, because I don't know how much normal gives you the offset slide. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but this is a move that it's not that hard to do at all, but it's kind of hard to learn how to combo out of and learn how to time jump shots out of, because it's kind of a weird animation. It'll show in a second. You see right there where he kind of went forward and then went back. It's way quicker in game when you do it, especially if you have a smaller guard. But that's the offset slide, and it's not hard to do. It's just hard to combo out of or shoot out of sometimes. So if you want to be the best player you can be, and again, some people think it's a hard move. It's literally one of the easiest moves you can do, especially on the fast break. If you're on the fast break doing this, or just literally any time, it works. You can't spam it though, but I mean that goes for any animation. If you want to just be if you just want to be a casual player, Luka I think works fine. There's nothing wrong with using Luka. It gives you way more space when you do it. It depends how you play. But for all ProAm guards, everyone uses normal. Again, Luka works fine. Triple threat style, never use this. I just use Jordan just because it's Jordan. Never use a flashy pass. And pass style. I think the two ones that you would only ever want to use are none and LeBron James. LeBron James, I think most people just rock by general. I use LeBron James because I'm a point guard. If you're not a point guard, I would use none, because 2K Lab tested it where there's different frames with different types of passes for the different pass styles. None is, it sounds weird, but none is the best of it works for every type of pass. So if it's an overhead pass, a roll pass, a behind the back pass, whatever type of pass you're making, none actually gives you the best frame passes for each type of pass. So if you're just not a point guard, if you're not going to be throwing that many roll passes, I'd use none. You see, I use LeBron James because most of the passes I'm making at ProAm are passes to the center. So we're on pick and roll, and then I might pass to this center. Obviously, I'm not going to just pass to him, but that's my main type of pass I'm throwing. It's a roll pass to the center. If I was a point guard trying to be the best player I can be, I'm going to use LeBron James because that's my main type of pass. And LeBron James has by far the best roll pass to the center, like I just said. What's good about LeBron James, if you don't watch this video, or you don't know that, LeBron James is still really good for other animation. It's not like it's the only thing that works and everything else is a slow pass for frames. That's not the case. This one still works for every other pass. That's why if it was just good for roll passes, I wouldn't use it. I'd use none. But LeBron James, by far best for roll passes, and still pretty average for the other passes. So yeah. All this other stuff doesn't matter. But yeah, that should be the end of the video. Again, if you like this video and you want to see more, dunk packages, controller settings, badges, dribble tutorial, all that is coming in the future. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see that. Thank y'all, and I hope you all have a great day.